try and buy crystals from him. So
Let me treat you.
We're not gonna fuck him.
I need to
because
drink.
That's gross. Trust me, you don't want to.
Fucking
Unless you're
mouth
talking
wrong.
about Clive, because that's different. How do I get out of here? Oh my god. I go this way.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of...
Yeah, this is
Lights and butts!
basically Familin with hose.
Do you think they'll be back soon?
These guys,
Need a new
these
dress?
two.
If they pay anything like last time, you'll be able to buy a whole new wardrobe.
They're
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
The most fragrant herbs and
My
spices.
carpets have pride of place in...
voice acting in this game is phenomenal. I haven't heard any of the Japanese, but damn, the English is so good. Also, the red chocobos are here. Look at them. Remember when that red chocobo was really hard and he killed everyone? Good times. Now he's like super easy. The frickin'
I'll take it from
meteors.
here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Just has like a shit ton
Not
of them just
bad at all.
hanging around.
You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic.
Freaking bad.
You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Why? he like hiding? Okay, I don't remember how to play this.
You're finished. It's not over yet, Uncle.
Good! I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh yeah. Healing. You're healing.
Soil and stone. It's over.
Okay, I sort of remember how to play this game.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were
The
magnificent.
vibrator titan.
battle scene was particularly thrilling.
Gadget? Oh.
Such a shame
Kind
you
of
didn't
little
have more of an
gadget.
audience, but perhaps that's for the best. How long have you been watching? Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious. This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over. Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name. Clive. So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well,
Rude.
Clive,
Make
you
my
held up
name.
your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust?
Hi,
I saw
Jonas.
you
It's
pluck
okay.
it from
I
one
only
of the
started like
bodies.
20 minutes ago.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
It's been fine.
Umia Lostelan. Tu Isa Gelith.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Am I liking it so far? I'm waiting until I finish the game till I review it because I don't want to like say anything negative without knowing like the full game. I'm not a huge fan
Night meat and
of
dark.
the combat so far. But the game itself is
Hanging
very
lantern!
pretty.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
I literally just
What
saw
is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Ah, just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Telmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Sid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Yeah, I watched like a whole video talking about how
Come on.
combat in this game is
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs.
and
Shall
I
we
very
press
much
on?
agree that
Yeah.
I feel like this is like easy difficulty and they should have given us like access to the harder difficulty. Also, all the side quests feel useless, and running around in the quote-unquote open world, where it's really not open at all, feels like a waste of time.
What is this place?
This is the spring which provides the water for the Dalimil Inn's famous healing baths. I wouldn't mind having a dip myself. If we didn't have more pressing matters to attend to, of course.
So I don't do any of the side quests because they don't feel worth it to me, because it's not like I need the experience because the combat's too easy. And they're not very interesting.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back.
Oh, thank you. It's actually
Had
my
I the
mom's. She
courage
got
of
it in
my
the
brother,
70s.
I might
she gave
already
it to
have
me.
done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
that done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
That's kind of a low blow.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Ooh, creepy.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash? Are the beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. Taken over the entire mine.
The combat cutscenes are cool, but also it makes me sad that I can't, like, I don't last it very much. Fun. It's like finishing the battle, and I feel like it's fun.
It's over. Soil and stone.
So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
I also am not a huge fan of quick time events. I do feel like this game has random quick time events.
Time to fight.
Oh, I'm not a huge fan of quick time events. And I feel like this game has so many quick time events. That, I don't know, they just don't feel like they belong in this game, I guess. In my opinion. It's just a personal thought.
Animals. You should never have left Ash.
battles though? That's what I feel like. Kind of sucks because it's just like you feel like you're doing really well, and then like the battle is going, but then like the way the battle ends is like a whole like cutscene where you just press like either R1 or square, and that's like how you end most boss fights.
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Oh, that guy's big.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here? Nice try.
Soil and stone!
am not very good at dodging in this game. It feels like offset a little bit. Like, I feel like they made the dodge so that you know that it's gonna come. So, like, they slow it down a little bit so that you can, like, dodge at the correct time. But because they do that, it throws me off, because I'm ready to dodge when I know that the attack is coming. So, I always dodge too early. Every time, like, without fail, I will dodge too early because they, like, have a build-up first, and then they attack. And I feel like that is literally, like, made for like, newer players who aren't as used to playing like this, because that's what it feels like. It feels like they're giving you time to like think about, oh, okay, I have to dodge, and then I'm gonna dodge, instead of like me, where I'm like in the middle of the fight, I'm like going, I'm like battling, and then I'm like, okay, they're gonna do a big damage move, I'm gonna dodge, and then I dodge too early. It happens every time. It's very frustrating. Yeah, it is a little confusing. Sometimes it looks like there's gonna be a build-up and then there isn't one.
By the flames.
And you're like, wait, I thought that was gonna be an attack, and it wasn't an attack.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
You can always tell when there's about to be a boss fight, because they just give you a bunch of potions randomly.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Thor.
See, like there's a build-up. Okay, thank you for the hydrate and stretch.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
This guy is so Spanish. I do have Thunderstorm. Actually, that would probably be good. Oh, I'm so close to having this one. Oops. This will only give me like 1/20 or something like that. Ugh, that put me so freaking close. Alright, let's be real. I never use this one. Give me this. Heck yeah. Alright, so... Oh wait, let's do this one here and this one. What is the... Pretty cool. Wait, let's reset the... Oh wait, I didn't even do that one. I knew I was gonna get rid of it. Alright.
Did the orcs do this too?
This is giving me like big Resident Evil vibes. It's like castle-y thing.
More of them. What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Let's find out.
That's better. First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? No holding back. Better already. Let's try.
To me!
You've been busy, Kupka.
Freaking tables.
But where Where did you go?
It is a big ass bed. Look how big that bed is. Holy crap.
The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Look at that.
Just what I needed. It's over. That better be the last of them. That's better.
Benedicta, my everything.
Wow, it took him this long to
I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You got away from her! Benedicta!
Oh.
I'll kill you, Roswell! Oh shit, he's priming.
Thank you for following Telltale.
No, not now. on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ifrit!
to this clearing.
Let's give this a try.
I pressed L2 by accident. definitely just out.
Heads up, Hugo! Your time is past! And this game is over! Die, damn you!
I don't have any more firelight. I can't. this was the price that I died. It's so stupid. Ugh.
Die, damn you!
Bro, he turned into a storm.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Muthos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
What were you doing, Torgal? During this intense, gigantic battle.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
That was okay.
Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and... Ah!
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I wanted to hear the tale.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Look at all these side quests I'm not gonna do.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
Oh, hi, Lit.
It's good to be back.
Thank you for the stretch.
You look better.
I feel it.
Is it because I'm
Which
slouching?
means I'm coming on your next
'Cause I,
little
like,
adventure.
fall
You're
into
not
my
leaving me
chair.
behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
It's okay, you don't have
Well,
to
the
really
fact
watch
that you
this
came
one.
straight to me
It's
instead of
mostly
visiting
just
our resident Physica
a
suggests
movie.
that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin, the Canvarian War of Independence in 849, the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, the Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Okay, let's go spread the word.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
$400 ability points. Okay.
Here you are.
Oh wait, you just get them.
All yours. Here you are. You earned this.
Clive. Anything catch your eye? Always something, in there?
Oh my god, it just got really hot in my room all of a sudden. Air conditioning just decided to turn on.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Thanks to Sid, the man who...
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though. Is it business or pleasure?
These are so, like, stupidly expensive. 40,000
Is that all?
for a song? Crazy.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
Dude, I was drinking cold brew and I'm still yawning.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning.
try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Clive? What do you want?
But that's from a hunt.
No scratches, right? My best work, but it'll do. And?
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. But I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
It's always called the Enterprise.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapours away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Man, this just feels like busy work.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Mid hasn't been.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Ugh. It got so warm. I'm so sleepy now.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Fly, Ambrosia!
Really?
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can.
Hi, Waddles.
Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless.
Oh my god.
But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Not gonna lie. I'm kind of bored. This is a very boring part of this game. This game has really bad pacing issues. Yeah. I feel like I'll be doing some crazy shit, and it's all intense, and all of a sudden, I'm picking up stuff for people, and I'm doing nothing. It's not even
this
side
is
quests.
Stardust.
It's just like
It just looks like
random
black sand to me.
stuff that they padded out to make the game longer, I feel like. Like, why am I collecting this stuff? Who knows? Why do I have to collect 5 of them? This isn't an MMO. Thank you for the hydrate. I think the worst part is that I just had like this super epic battle with Titan, and then I come back and they're like, okay, go collect some Stardust.
That should be
down
enough
by
for
the
now.
beach."
Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Yeah, the battles
You
are like
finished?
so epic.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Yeah, 5 is good, right? It's a good, nice number, 5.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat.
You're only 10k away? That's not that much. You're so close. Have you decided what you're gonna choose?
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only because you keep sending me there.
I don't even know.
I know I can count on you,
I've
Gav.
never really cosplayed on stream before.
Likewise.
I think I did one time. I cosplayed Mitsuri.
So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going.
4 layers of clothing.
Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead.
Okay.
And try to get some rest once you're there.
Maybe not.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me.
I don't want to get
After
banned.
Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Let's keep it like PG-13 here.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice while it lasted.
Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the
I
time.
haven't cosplayed Lumine in so long.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
You got it? What do you got? Oh no, I sold my Beto. Shit. Thanks. I'm actually like mad at myself for selling it. I sold it in like a random like purge where I was like, I'm never gonna wear this again. And then as soon as I sold it, I was like, God damn it, I'm really regretting that I sold it. No, don't leave. Maybe I'll buy the Doki Doki one instead. Cause in all honesty, like the Uwawa one that I got was not that good. Like maybe I'll just get like an upgraded version and do the Doki Doki one.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
I do still have Aqua. I don't want is.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I could do your too. Your is safe. Yeah, I've probably sold quite a few of the ones that are on my Insta too. Yeah, you know, some of them are not safe. You know what I mean. By 40%, holy shit. Actually, this one is badass. No, I'm not. I am not cosplaying as Dean.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
I'm good.
Think you can help?
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
I've been meaning to cosplay Aerith from 7R for like forever. I mean, I have her wig, but I don't have her cosplay yet. But I love her.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Yeah.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Nice, she doesn't even know her helper's name.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in.
But yes, I have.
It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where
I'm
will I
also
find
kind
it?
of far from my mic because I'm reading text.
Yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Is this like the most confusing city ever? But this way.
But when can I go on a special errand?
The crystals we get from the tailor are all but worthless.
Here, and then I turn left. No, I missed the turn. Oh, I have to go up. I get lost in this city every single time I come here. Are you waddling? Yeah, there's no mini-map. It drives me crazy. There should be a mini-map in the top left corner. This game has a lot of weird things about it that I just don't understand.
Be safe.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Of course I'd mind. You guys be constantly asking me for help. Wait, the thing disappeared. Whoa.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Titan!
happening? All of a sudden you got all these moves.
Well done.
That was easy. It's a goofy little guy. Jill is resting because in the last battle that I took her on where she killed her father, she used her powers too much and she like hurt herself basically.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Yeah.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
She's taken a
shouldn't have any trouble
5
now.
or 10
Indeed.
or like 20.
Don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything
She
is
deserves
transported
it.
safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
This feels so side questy and boring, man.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick
Sid's
layer of tempered steel
daughter.
might do it.
She's
Or
adorable.
more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
Yeah.
I need something light.
He got busy.
But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
I don't know. They didn't say anything about her mom at all.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Mid hasn't been.
So Waddles, did you download Threads? It's so weird. It's so strange. It's like you see a bunch of people that you don't follow and they're all normies. Yeah, it's on by Facebook. Yeah, when two of your homies are streaming, you gotta watch both, you know? You lurk them both.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive?
There's no algorithm
Well, actually,
yet.
it's for mid this time.
So
Could you take a look at this?
It's basically just showing you a bunch of random stuff. Yeah. There's gonna be one eventually because that's how these.
Shielding
There's
for
also
a
no.
mithril
There's no ads
engine?
yet.
Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but
But
a
I am
different approach.
unwillingly.
What do you mean?
Paying Elon Musk $8
Consider
a
the
month,
lake we have
so I
made our
haven't
home.
noticed it yet.
Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike.
Yes, I see your.
And yet,
your art
we have made a
retweets. I
home
like
here
them
from those very
usually.
materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a
Good
preparation
tonight.
known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
It's also just like really ugly. So this is like what it looks like. It's just like black, basically. And then like the profile page is also really ugly.
So
Very
you need a
boring.
hand, do you?
We do.
Yeah.
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
Hey, there's
The
Jill.
other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
The waifu is
I'm
back.
sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive. So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Well, obviously
Who
Jill
will
is
accompany
coming
you
with me.
on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
There's talk that the glass gate.
Welcome. You've a keen eye. Come back again.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
This is a silly little task.
Up! You'll not
Buying
find
some garlic and nuts.
fresh cuts. Come and get them.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I trust it's all here. All anyone ever wants anymore.
How the hell is anyone
Buy, sell, or be gone. Thanks for nothing.
That's everything.
Why are you
Let's
so
see how Jill's
rude?
getting on.
I just bought something from you.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. Makes a nice change.
How was the ad?
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember?
Oh god, that's gross.
Walking down
Don't do
Market
that.
Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget?
I don't endorse these
What
ads.
with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
That's a lot of bread.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... ah.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
No, they won't give that to us. Not until the end.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
This is like the slowest of burns. Pretty sure they're not gonna give it to us until the game like ends, basically.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
I feel like it will be. I mean, like, this game has had, like, literal sex in it. So if he doesn't kiss his, like, one true love, I'll be pretty pissed.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
Yes. 10 is my second favorite Final Fantasy game.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then.
The Titus
Jill,
and Eunice
could you
scene,
join me in the
water
infirmary?
scene.
Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
And it made the ending so much sadder.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Why would you not choose Jill? Like, who's like, oh yes, I want to choose Tarja.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
You know that
Thank you, Harpocrates.
my very first Final Fantasy game was actually 10-2. Because I didn't realize that there was one before that.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
I was like, I don't know who these girls are, like who they're trying to find, but I'm like vibing with the girls trip.
And what can I do for you? Go on then. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you?
I knew of 7 and the one with Squall, that's 8. But heard of 10 and saw it on sale from GameStop. You know, I don't really remember how I started playing it. I know that I had a PlayStation 2, and my cousins told me that it didn't matter what Final Fantasy game you played because they don't go in order. And so I was like, okay, sounds good, and I picked up the one with like the girl on it. I was like, girl, seems cool. I think it had also like recently come out. Yeah, so then I played it, and then I realized that I didn't know what was going on. But it was fun, and I liked all the costume changes. They were super cool. And then, you know, I went back and I played 10 after playing 10-2 and realizing that I hadn't played 10. So 10 was my second Final Fantasy game. And then I played 9. And then I played 13. And then I played 7 and Crisis Core on the PSP. Then I tried playing 8, but I couldn't get through it. I tried playing 12 and I couldn't get through it. And then I played 15. Those are the only ones I've played. Technically, Pokemon is turn-based, right? So I played that first. Pokemon was my, like, very first, like, real video game. I started my Pokemon journey early. I was playing, like, Gold when I was, like, 6 years old.
Mid hasn't been.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Pokemon Blue! Pokemon Blue was hard. I played Red, but I didn't play Red until after I played Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Yeah, Gold was my very first one, because it had just come out. Because Red and Blue was like before I even knew what video games were.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant!
I did not actually pick Gold. It was
thank
picked
me.
for me.
I'm just the errand boy.
My
Right then,
aunt
better start
bought
working out how
me
to bolt all these bits together.
a
To the
Game Boy
Black
Color,
Hammer.
and with the Game Boy Color, she bought me Gold. So that was the first thing that I ever played. And then my cousin let me borrow Pokemon Red.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Didgeridoo-dahs?
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
How much time later? Holy crap.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
Oh my god.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say.
Her
right, I'm off
gang
to get a
in
sling for this
Canva.
elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
This poor man. Work him to the bone.
the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aha. Where am I? Oh, okay. Where I am.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Okay. Good night, Waddles. Thanks for coming through. Also, I don't know if you saw, but I am trying to upload my my edited VODs of my 16 playthrough on my YouTube. I've got 4 uploaded so far. I think I have like 2 more after that. So if you wanted to go back and watch them, they're there, edited and like cut, so that they're not the like versions on Twitch. Just in case you're interested.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped him?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Dang it, do I have to read this? Okay. My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight March is on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen.
Is he okay?
And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Why is he like...
Okay then. I'll get me
become a
things
maniac?
and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Okie dokie. This seemed like a very good place to stop for the night.